Howdy folks, and welcome back to another Stalker 2 video on the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at some interesting questions relating to the recently revealed roadmap that GSC released on August 12th. Now, it's important to note that this wasn't an official Q&A session hosted by the team, as these are questions asked by the community over on the official Discord for Stalker 2, which GSC have answered some great questions. And considering there were some similar comments and questions asked over on my most recent video relating to the roadmap, I thought it'd be best to put this together so there's a little bit more clarity on what's ahead. So without any further ado, let's dive right on in. Taking a look at the first question, one user asked the following: I love the game's world and map, and I am curious, do you guys intend to expand the map much through DLC/updates? To which the team responded, thanks a lot, we're happy to hear you're enjoying the world and the map. Let's put it this way, the upcoming DLCs will bring a lot of new content to the game. You'll definitely have places to explore and things to do, so stay tuned. Definitely a great thing to hear that the team are still committed to the planned DLCs that were announced at launch, but as seen on the roadmap, there is no mention of this for 2025, so more than likely we'll probably hear more news on this next year. Another user asked, is fundamentally updating the game's performance planned in the near/far future? To which the team responded, yes, improving performance is currently one of our top priorities. We're actively working on it and will continue to optimize the game further. Definitely a great question, as a lot of people have had and continue to have this across both PC and console, but considering that the team have announced that they will be upgrading to the Unreal Engine 5.5.4 update, and as they stated over on X, this will bring new features and tools to make the zone an even better place, but more importantly, bringing the latest Unreal Engine 5 optimizations will lead to better stability and performance. This is solidifying the statement that they are committed to improving the overall experience for everyone, but of course, and it's understandable that some people want these things right away, and in the day of modern software and technology, these things take time, and a little bit of patience goes a long way. Don't worry, we'll eventually get there. Another user mentioned, will people be able to join a faction? Which is definitely a great question when it comes to the immersion and role-playing side of things, to which the team responded, maybe they will, time will tell. So who knows, maybe someday you might get to live out either your duty or freedom fantasies, or whatever faction that best suits you. The next question also relates to the Unreal Engine 5.5.4 upgrade, to which a user also mentioned, what new features of the newer version of the Unreal Engine will you make use of in the coming engine upgrade? To which the team said, the main reason of the new version switch is optimization and performance improvements. Another user mentioned, are the things/features on the roadmap going to be released in the same order that they're displayed in? And as mentioned below, no particular order. So as discussed in my last video, a lot of what we've seen on the roadmap won't release in that specific order, so before you think that the next update will bring the Unreal Engine update and night vision and so on, some of what we see here could be reaching our screens anytime between now and December, but as noted at the bottom of the roadmap, mission targets may be moved from 2025 to later dates in case of zone instability, so be prepared that some updates might be pushed back to the beginning of next year, and I say might in air quotes, as the team could manage to get all of these updates out to us by the end of the year, but considering we have 19 weeks left in the year, the team would rather get these things right, so just be prepared that things might not happen exactly as you see them. Another person sent this question in, hello, I've thoroughly enjoyed the game. On the 2025 Q3, Q4 roadmap, binoculars and night vision devices were listed. Will their implementation be same/similar to Clear Sky, i.e. low tier suits can only get green tinted night vision and high tier suits can get up to the blue tinted night vision? To which the team responded by saying, hello, we will share a bit more information about them later down the road, so stay tuned for more updates from me in the GSC Answers channel. Now, it would have been cool to find out more about this, as night vision has definitely been a highly requested feature since launch, but understandably, the team don't want to give away all of the details just yet, so I'm sure we'll find out more very soon. Now, the next question is a big one, but it more relates to the modding side of things and specifically console mods. This user mentioned, this is two different questions. Question one is about the mod tools that y'all have released. Why is there such a huge difference in mods available for PC compared to Xbox? On PC, you have got weapon mods, attachment mods, and also item spawner mods. Why aren't these able to be on the Xbox version as well? Is it just the difficulty to make mods for Xbox, or is it a lack of mod tools for Xbox? Question 2, what other weapons do y'all think about adding to Stalker 2? Definitely a really great question, as a lot of people have wondered why there's such a big difference in mods between the two platforms, but the team have noted the following. Hello, the answer for that is the need to test and greenlight all of the mods ourselves. We are working on future and more convenient solutions. Second response is a bit early to say. At the moment, we are focused on things in the game update list. So as frustrating as it is for some console users, mods simply just take a little bit more time to come to console, which is understandable, and at the same time too, not every mod is compatible with consoles. Another user asked the following: what can we expect from the stashes rework? Will new items be added to the game too? And the team responded by saying, we want to make stashes more exciting to find. We have different ideas and we will be happy to share a little bit more details later down the road. In general, opening the stash you find should be a more interesting game event for a player. So definitely an interesting response from the team on this one, as it does get me thinking as to what they could be adding with this, but hopefully we'll find out more soon enough. Another user mentioned, will y'all eventually add a way to tell what faction a stalker is from, like in the original games where when you can check their inventory, it says what faction they're a part of? And as the team mentioned below, maybe at some point, but at the moment we are focused on higher priority improvements. So similar to the question earlier that discussed the ability to join factions, features like this aren't out of the realms of possibility, but for now, optimization and stability are the team's top priority, but eventually features like this will be discussed. This next question also relates to optimization and performance, to which this user asked, are you planning to optimize the game so it gets a huge performance upgrade in the future? Because right now it seems like you're only fixing bugs and making stability improvements, but not actually optimizing rendering. And as mentioned by the team, one of the main reasons we are working on the engine upgrade is optimization, so yeah, we want to improve optimization. Definitely a great question, because even at the time of recording this, GSC have just released their 1.5.3 patch for Stalker 2, which does address a good few bugs and crashes that have been reported. So even though we would like to see more optimization and better performance, the team need to address a lot of these things first before moving on to bigger updates. I'll leave a link to the patch notes for today's patch in the description below, and as always, make sure to leave your feedback and reports over on their support page, which I'll also leave a link to below. Next, another user mentioned, when can we expect 1.6? It has been 50 days since 1.5, thank you. To which the team said, it won't be ready for this month, we will get a more precise release window a little bit later. Similar to the last question, another user asked the following: hello, you said the update 1.6 is not planned for this month, but do you plan another hotfix this month for friendly NPC/beast bugs and the NPC/beast spawning at the same spot? Thank you. And the team noted, yes, 1.5.3 is planned, should be ready for next week, mostly NPC/mutant bug fixes. And as mentioned before, a link to the patch notes will be left below, as the team have addressed some of these issues. And finally, this user asked, the roadmap says binoculars. Was this a translation error from binoculars, and should it have been singular, or will there actually be different types of binoculars? To which the team said, more than one. Again, if you're fairly new to the zone and Stalker 2 is your first experience of the franchise, binoculars and also NVGs were a feature of the original trilogy, so it's definitely great to see them make a return, and hopefully very soon. So overall, a lot of really great questions from the community, and hopefully some of the questions that a lot of you who are watching this might have had were answered to some degree, but of course there will always be more questions, so definitely make sure to ask your questions to the team and submit your feedback across their socials and over on their official Discord. However, that's everything for today. Let me know your thoughts below on some of the topics discussed here today, and also what you're most excited for on the recently revealed roadmap. As always, if you're new around here and found that today's video was useful, consider giving the video a like and consider subscribing to the channel so you never miss out on future videos. Until next time, stay safe out there in the zone, welcome to Vault 93, and I'll catch you all in the next video.